lovely partner Tim wants to get a bike. And I'm very sure this throttle tamer will help. She wants to get a 250FX. Now that's probably the size of the bike I should be running. But you know what? I want to go fast. You hear all these guys on YouTube, oh, it's so much better to drive a small bike fast rather than a slow bike fast than it is to drive a fast bike slow. I think they're full of shit. I'm having the best time of my life here. I don't mind, man. Yeah, it is a little bit heavy, a little bit luggy. It's a lot of bike to hold on to. But if you got some degree of fitness and you have some respect for the machine, fuck, it's enough bike for anybody. You just gotta ride it, man. Such is life. Ooh, climbing up that hill really beat me up. Yikes, see that stick there? It's poking right out. It's even pointy at the tip. Someone's gonna drive by there real fast and impale themselves. Well, they could. Gotta get some armor, folks. Gotta get some armor. It's not just for motocross riders and werewolves. Not werewolves. Vampires. You know, because you can't get a stick in the heart. Bad joke. Forgive me. This is where you don't want whiskey throttle. West wind is leaving our bay untouched. Wouldn't be that bad of an idea to fish this evening. Anyway, I better turn around here before I fucking whisker throttle myself off. Beep, beep. Jump that, but I almost crashed last time I did that. Too rocky, you need some like soft stuff for jumps. Okay, there's a trail around here. Let's get technical again. Holy fuck. Stick jabbed me right in the foot. time being back there on the dirt bike, watching for all different kinds of hazards now. I can move along at a pretty good clip with the quad in here. I should carry a saw. There could be a tree like this later on. Yeah, this shit would be untamable. Not untamable. The bike would be unrideable in this shit if I didn't put the tamer on. Push jump. I was just thinking I should have brought a screwdriver. The worst thing that could happen now is if this throttle housing just decided to get loose. Like, it wasn't tight at the beginning of it when I started working on it, so it shouldn't get loose because I tightened it up about the same, you know. I don't know how you would call that, like 15 pounds maybe. But there's a lot of shock going through my forearms right now and elbows, and I bet you that's going right to the throttle too. Well, worst case scenario, I just pushed the bike home. You know, we're up on the bluff right now, it's all downhill. Interesting story, when I was taught to ride bikes when I was a kid, my dad was always like, make sure you bring that bike home every time, boy, don't leave it in the bush. I always used to struggle with my chain. Where the fuck's the trail? Ah, okay. The trail's back the other way. That's the only thing about the big bike. It doesn't like to be revved low and low speed. But holy fuck, is it ever fun in the wide open. Ah, there's the trail. Okay, so what I was saying is I always used to have a hard time with my chain because it was always loose, because I was double riding my friends and what have you, and doing a lot of donuts, so it was always popping off. Anyway, one time I was riding around in the Bronx, well, between the ballpark and the Bronx, that sandy area that you see on some of my videos, going kind of fast and then going through the sandy areas and the bush on either side. Anyway, it was that area, so roughly, you know, a mile from my house, you know, 1.6 kilometers for us sensible folks. I was driving my bike, I must have been maybe 10, 11. I had an XR80, the bike was heavier than me, and chain just decided to snap. And I was like, oh no, what do I do? And then I remember my dad, make sure you bring that bike home, boy. said, okay. I remembered that thought, and because I didn't have to put it in neutral or anything, I just pushed the bike, and I pushed the bike home. It took me the better part of an hour, maybe longer, to push that bike home. I was a tiny kid pushing a bike that was heavier than me. So that's character building, man. It's those kinds of little lessons that, you know, really help carry a person through when they're older. Here I am, fucking like 35 years later, you know, and I'm just getting back into biking, off-roading. That part of me I had to leave because, you know, as being a young person when I was, you know, I was more concerned with drinking and carrying on. And I know that I couldn't ride these things if I was drinking. You know, we wouldn't have a channel right now, and I wouldn't even have a legend right now. Just be another fucking guy who slams into a tree. Okay, I think the trail's this way. Well, we got the GPS on my watch. Worst case scenario, we'll just double back. So you can't even go faster here because you're gonna fucking smuck into these rocks. I'm afraid my pegs are gonna hit these rocks. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a in-helmet microphone, maybe collect my thoughts like this, you know, share some thoughts. I know I'm just another asshole on the internet if you folks happen to be watching this, but you know, I know when I watch YouTube and there's people riding, it feels like I'm visiting them.